some students may have experienced, for example, American schools, which have large campuses with sports facilities, and St. Andrews College is not like that.
No.
So first, I guess the question would be from parents. So why is that? And even if it's the setup is as it is, then how can kids experience sports and keep themselves also fit and healthy and keep training? So, and how do you also, as a school, provide those opportunities?
I mean, St. Andrews wants its students from whichever country they come from to have a balanced lifestyle. So we know that academia is important and progression is important, but also enjoying life is important. So on a Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock, we cancel the timetable from an academic perspective and we get them to do sports and activities. We have a local sports centre around the corner from us, about a 10-minute walk. We have badminton, volleyball, football, and lots of other sports there. There's a climbing wall, there's a swimming pool, there's squash courts.
So they're local?
Yes, very local. I mean, they're not owned by us, we rent the facilities. One thing that Cambridge has in abundance is green spaces. So just across the road from the sports centre called Kelsey Kerridge is a huge green area called Parker's Peace. So when the weather is warm, we play volleyball, football, cricket. There are tennis clubs in and around Cambridge, but because Cambridge is very much a university city, there's very little sports you can't do. We've had students that want to play tennis, so they go and play tennis at the local tennis centre. We've had students that want to row, so they row with some of the Cambridge clubs.
Extracurricular,
yes. So there's very little that a student can come to us for that we don't and can't offer. I mean, I think one of the most bizarre sports we had 2 students for a couple of years ago was underwater hockey.
Ooh.
Bizarre.
I never heard of it.
Neither had I. So you get a little stick like this and you push the puck along at the bottom of the swimming pool.
And is it an official sport?
It is. Unknowing to myself, we have a UK team that does this sport.
Wow.
So but there's very little in Cambridge that, if it's a sport that you're interested in, that somebody somewhere in Cambridge doesn't do. I mean, Cambridge, for example, has a club for real tennis.
Real tennis?
Real tennis.
What's
it
that?
goes back to 1880s, back to Edwardian times. And it's tennis with a hard ball where you hit the ball against any area within the court and it comes down again.
Oh, wow.
So again, there's so many different things in Cambridge. And if a student wants to try something, then we'll try and find something for them to do. We have a number of Kazakh students in college and they want to wrestle.
Oh.
So we find them a wrestling club.
Wow.
So again, we help them to find the sport that they want to do. We have clubs in art, photography, dance, and what we endeavour to do is not necessarily lead the clubs ourselves or get the teachers to lead the clubs. We get the students to lead the clubs. Last year I had a young lady from Nigeria that wanted to run a crocheting club. So she ran a crocheting club and got her friends and the other students to join. And then there was another young lady that wanted to dance. So Anglo Ruskin University have dance studios that we can hire. So we hire the dance students for those that want to dance to enjoy it.
Amazing.
So there's lots of things that we can do. And I think being involved in sports and being involved in clubs and societies just builds that rounded individual, that balanced individual, when it's not all about academics, it's all about enjoying life as well.
And they take ownership.
Yes, very much so.
By leading the clubs.